Hi, I'm Ninette. I'm a psychologist and an animist and an insomniac with a lot of aches and pains. And I live in a wooden house with my husband and our dog and our 3 bunnies. And I think about life a lot, and I try to pick up the pieces of my life and mend myself spiritually and bodily. And I wanted to channel where I could actually be myself. So I hope you'll join me along as you watch me maybe wallpaper a wall or paint a painting. Maybe I'll add a poem or 2, because after 50 you either laugh about it or you just put it up on the walls, or maybe you do both. So I'm hoping you'll join me on my journey and let's have fun together. When I rake like this, I feel the seasons shifting inside me. Autumn used to make me sad, but now I think of it as the season of honesty. Nothing hides in autumn. Every branch shows its true shape. Every leaf lets go when it's time. For years I tried to hold on, to be a certain version of myself. A good mother, a good psychologist, a good everything. But the longer I live, the more I realize that life keeps asking us to shed our disguises. Sometimes I think the earth knows exactly when we're ready. It waits until the roots can bear the truth, and then it gives us wind. There's an old story I tell myself about a woman who raked her garden every autumn, even after her house had fallen silent. People said she was talking to the trees, and maybe she was. One morning a neighbor asked what she was doing, and she said, "I'm gathering what I've learned this year, so the soil can remember it for me." I love that idea, that the ground keeps a memory of us, that what we do with care doesn't vanish, that the care we set into the world comes back, that the world shows us if we care for it or not. Sometimes when I look at this house, I feel all the hands that have lived here before, the ones that lovingly built the porch, the ones that planted the apple trees, and the particular coin we found from the 1800s high up in an apple tree. And I think maybe home isn't something we own, but something that borrows us for a while. It lets us add our story to the pile and then asks us kindly to let go. When I was younger, I wanted transformation to feel dramatic, like lightning or revelation, and sometimes it was. But it turns out most of it feels like this: soft repetition, slow healing, doing ordinary things with new awareness, raking, painting, listening. That's what the age of the unhidden means to me. A time when we stop performing and simply live as if no one's watching, except maybe the trees. Except maybe my lovely, lovely ash tree, our guardian tree. In old tales, the forest was full of watchers, spirits, small gods and listening stones. There were Tomte and Huldra and Skogsrå and all kinds of magical beings around here. I think they never really left. They just got quieter, waiting for us to remember their language. Sometimes when I stop moving, I can almost hear them. The whisper of pine needles, the rustle of a blackbird, the sigh over the rake moving through leaves. It's as if the world is breathing with me. I'm learning to breathe. Maybe that's why I still make art. to remember that everything is alive. Every brush stroke, every petal, every thought that rises and falls. Maybe art isn't about creating something new, but about noticing what's already here. When I paint or write, I feel I'm just translating what the earth keeps saying. You belong, you always have. The most important things in life are rituals and sacredness. And I hope I can bring my little part of that sacredness back to Mother Earth. So today as I rake, I think of it as a small act of faith, a ritual, a faith in the ground, in the cycle, in the possibility of return. These leaves will rot, and in spring they'll feed the next green thing, just like every version of me that's fallen away has fed the next one. Maybe this is what growing older means. Learning to compost yourself with grace, to let parts of you become soil, so something tender can take root. That's the fairy tale I believe in now. Not the kind where a prince arrives, but the kind where a woman listens and the world answers back. Because I think we have lost a lot of fairy tales that can actually heal us. We have heard only one side of the fairy tales, with evil mothers and princes that save people. But there's the opposite too. Everyone has shadows, and the world needs to see that. So if you found this place, thank you for being here. May you find your own rhythm, your own way of raking the leaves of your life and listening to what remains. Welcome to the age of the unhidden.